And if this gets 5 likes, I will change my photo on all the thumbnails, not all the thumbnails, in all future thumbnails up until episode 50 to the Wolverine poking through the bushes picture. Context for that will come later. Now watch. So just for context, and I'm not sure if people are listening or not. So Will, the one who came off that Doctor Who one that one time, and the film Fan Pyramid, which there will be another one soon. I have questions sorted. It's like 70% of the questions are done. But regardless, so he watched Far From Home, said it was the best thing ever. I essentially said no, and then gave him a list of reasons why. Which he then sent off to an MCU shill who does not have to be paid by Disney to suck at their balls. That was a joke I made for Fred already, so he won't laugh. I don't think he laughed the first time, but he didn't. So I'll give an example of one of the responses, and this is one he's already heard, but we'll get to the point in a minute. In my conversation with Will, I was bringing up that maybe Tony should have given the glasses to James Rhodes or War Machine, but I forgot the name of the character. I forgot the words War Machine. I forgot the words Iron Patriot. I forgot the words Rhodey. So I just said he should have given it to whoever Don Cheadle's character was. I forgot. And it's like, so this is clearly a brain fart on my end. So in this guy's reaction, not Will's, the guy Will sent it off to, his reaction is, it's James Rhodes, aka War Machine, or briefly Iron Patriot. The fact you don't know this says a lot about how much attention you're actually paying to this universe beyond trying to be CinemaSins looking for nitpicks. It's like, Jesus Christ. Along the way, this guy called me various different things. He called me a prick. It's all in good fun. The guy still follows me on Twitter though. Like he said many things about me, and it still follows me on Twitter, which I hold, I'm just grasping onto because yes. So after this was all done, because he responded a couple other times with non-arguments, he just said, this happens in the comics, so it's good. Like, why weren't there any other characters there? If he gave me a reasonable argument, I would respond and go, okay, fair. And we could actually have a discussion. But instead he went, it's comics, so it's fine. Which, sure, believe that. But if it's bad in the comics, it's also bad in the comics. I'm not going to have... There's no question there. The comics aren't infallible. In fact, some comics are really bad. Inhumanity sucks ass. The art style, at least, I couldn't look past it. Like there's some books. What's the one where Spider-Man gave Mary Jane cancer? So if that happens in the MCU, it's fine because it's comic accurate, so it's good. Norman Osborn and Gwen Stacy. Yeah, that's good because it happened in the comics. Wanda Maximoff and Pietro Maximoff doing the incest. It's good because it was in the comics.
Oh, okay. Did not know that.
Yeah, Wolverine watched. He was watching from the hedges. It's really funny.
What the fuck?
Because people interpreted so this, I only saw about this because around Age of Ultron time I was on Twitter, and and in one of the interviews that Aaron Taylor Johnson and Elizabeth Olsen were, they reference being really close or something. Like they reference something perfectly harmless, and people go, "See, why are you shipping him with Vision? Clearly, it's those two that are together." Oh, what the fuck? It's like, and then people said, "See, look, it's comic accurate, so it's good." And it's like incest in all of the worst possible ways. I'll try and find the comic panel and get it up. Not Pietro's thing up. I mean, the panel up. Yes, this is the panel. This is it. This is the panel. I can save image as. Oh, I've got some questionable stuff on my computer now. Let's just put this there. I'm gonna have to remove this before the next time my computer gets a checkup, I think. Oh, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I think in some way, Wolverine is their canonic like stepdad or something. I think it's weird in this universe. Let's zoom in a bit. Can we go up? So yeah, you can read through this. It kind of laughed. No, spurned by his father, desperate for his mother, Pietro found in wonder a kind of love that no one in this room can really understand. With Wolverine watching, it's a real comic book.
Please bleach my eyes.
Yeah, I know. But the thing is, though, now this is like in my search history, Marvel Ultimate Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. That's in my search history now. But yeah, in the Ultimate Theater Romance, which is interesting. Because I went back and read those. Help me. Some of the things I read, Jesus. That's probably as bad as it got, but any hint towards that kind of stuff is flipping horrifying. Yeah, background to the point. We strayed really far off. Yeah, so after this confrontation, he was asked, I think Will asked him generally what he thought about me, like if he actually had a problem with me, because some of his jabs were they weren't personal such. He was like calling me a prick, calling me deluded, calling me an idiot kind of thing. I don't think he called me deluded.
Okay.
So Will then asked, obviously, what he thought of me, if there was any bad blood. So okay, so I'll read this through, and feel free to comment and react as we go. I'll go through it slowly so you can kind of. So he doesn't get to me personally. I just can't stand contrarians and people who exist to look for flaws in things rather than to try and just enjoy them. Do you have anything to say about that? Because I sure do. My voice broke.
Not really.
So essentially, the Suicide Squad is loaded with as much plot armor and crap as Far From Home is. Harley's escape is a disaster of a scene. So is the opening scene where she manages to survive running across a battlefield where there's countless guns pointing at her. But I still love it. But I can also acknowledge that those scenes are stupid, but I can still like it despite that. I'm not looking to dislike anything. I go into a film wanting to like it. The only times I don't was like when I watched the Emoji Movie or something. But honestly, I don't think you can blame anyone for going in wanting to hate those, because that's kind of why you watch it. But
like, here's the thing. You obviously, I'm always gonna be a fan of what like DC, what the DCU has,
yeah,
and obviously the
like,
Snyderverse. But I can agree
you
that
can admit
there
to
are
flaws,
some things.
Like
I can agree that there are some things that are really stupid. Like I agree that I agree that there are issues in Man of Steel. I agree that
like Lex's plan is stupid. You can still like the film. You can still like it, but who would look at that, say, so Lex wants Batman to kill Superman, but he's already got a plan in place to release a monster. What if Batman does kill Superman? Oh, and suddenly we've just got this monster on the loose and no Superman to stop him. That is stupid. But it doesn't matter. But that doesn't impact how much you like the film. And if it does, then you need to sort yourself out. opinion. If finding a flaw in something does that much damage to you that you think, oh, well, I can't enjoy that. I mean, I don't know what's up with you. I don't like the Snyder stuff. But if somebody does, you think I give a crap? What I want is for, and how I view media as well, and how I want others to. Obviously, they don't have to, but I want people to be able to go, this thing is broken, this thing is damaged beyond repair, but I love it. It doesn't matter. You can point out to me hundreds of flaws in this thing, and I'm still gonna love it. And if that's how people view media, as long as they can go, oh yeah, this thing has flaws, but I love it. I don't really care what you like. The Suicide Squad, the more I thought about it, the worse it gets. I still love it. But pointing at me and saying, I don't like. So I've interacted with this guy about Far From Home and WandaVision, and I don't like either. I like the first couple episodes of WandaVision, I'll give them that. But like, I don't like either. But you think I went in wanting to not? So it's really screwed up mindset. Hold on. Be with you in just a second. Okay, so back on it. So I walked into the room and I couldn't perform in front of them.
Okay.
But yeah, like I can watch films like Mitchell's vs. the Machines. That film, the entire villain plot is nonsense. I love that film more than any other film on earth. 2011 Muppets. That film has issues, but I love it because of them. Oh, not because of them, despite them. Like, I'm not out to hate anything. I went into Suicide. I went into the Suicide Squad the same way I went into Batman vs Superman, the same way I went into Man of Steel, the same way I went into the first Suicide Squad. I didn't like BVS. I didn't like Man of Steel. I was very mixed on Suicide Squad at first, kind of turned on it after. But I didn't go in wanting to hate these films and assuming that just from me saying they're bad, that's just nonsense. That's a take that comes out of nowhere. Because also, I never argued. In all of my points, I never said I don't like Far From Home. Because I like it enough. I'll watch it and I'll laugh at how stupid it is. But I don't hate it. Me pointing out problems with the film's structure, with the film's narrative, with the film's logic, isn't the same as me saying, "Oh, I hated it. I hated it because it's bad." There's no argument there. Or I hated it because it's boring. Boring is as subjective as things get. Will found Captain America 1 boring. I do not. I love that film, and I don't think it's boring. But Will also say that film's good. He just found it boring. And look, there's a standard. We are working from the same standard, but our opinions are built from how much we enjoyed it. So yeah, I don't know. I find that really stupid. That's only about a third of it, though. So I guess I'll move on to the next comment. Sorry, I just read the next part. Oh, this is great. But he's not a person I'd ever spend time with. A joy vampire who thinks being right is more important than anything else. I've known people like that.
Yeah.
But I pity someone who can't get escapist enjoyment without trying to tear things down. Oh my god.
Yeah.
You like Batman v Superman, right?
Yeah.
I'm here to suck your enjoyment. Do you enjoy it less?
No.
Sorry. After what was it? Because this will probably go down as an episode. After 30 something episodes of Off the Mark, maybe pushing 40 now. I think this might actually be 40th. So after 40 episodes of Off the Mark, are we? And after all the times I've trashed BBS, the exercise, just the Man of Steel, do you enjoy it less?
No, still like it the same.
Exactly. Oh, great. Because Fred's a reasonable person. You see, not you.
Of course.
Oh, I'm sure I'd love to be put in a room with this guy and just sort of say, okay, so here's all the flaws with this. And at the end of the day, go, you like it less? And if he says yes, he's weak-minded as fuck. And if he says no, oh, see, I'm not a joy vampire. I have fun. This for me is fun. Going in on The Suicide Squad, a film which I love so much, is fun. Because at the end of the day, I still love it. It doesn't matter. I'm turning on the MCU the same way I turned on the first Suicide Squad. I don't doubt that. But that's not me wanting to turn on it. I just don't like it as much anymore. I watch, you know, Guardians 1. I don't enjoy that as much as the first time I watched it. But also, like, it all turned into sludge. Modern MCU has turned the old MCU into sludge. That's about subjective as the take can get, because you can still love Iron Man 1 and whatever the crap they're putting out now. What if? Good God, first episode was bad. But regardless, like, these films are being torn down. I think Winter Soldier, people have found a lot of issues in Winter Soldier. It doesn't make me like it any less. I think MCU is making me like the MCU less. But like, the takes on that and some of the arguments against that film don't make me like the film any less. SK Comics isn't a joy vampire. He's someone who finds bad things in films. That's it. And if you can't live with that, then you're weak-minded as fuck.
Yeah.
Look, like, SK recently went for Empire Strikes Back, and he made some really good points. The film's still like a 7, but Hoth is fucked. I'll give you one. If you're a military organization with billions and billions and billions of dollars behind you, why is your main method of ground combat a big walker thing that can't defend the back of itself and can be tripped over by just a tow cable?
Very true.
And also, why don't they just stop when the tow cables wrap around them? If they just stop, they ain't going down. Like, that's just, this is an issue. I can still love Empire Strikes Back. Empire Strikes Back is still good because all the character work is good. But I'm sure people will go deeper on Empire Strikes Back now. A cut has been found. They're gonna rip it open, but that's not for today. So let's have another look at that. Oh yeah. He also referred to me being like the Doctor Who fandom, and I tear everyone down for liking things. Shut up. This guy likes the Jodie of Doctor Who. I can't take you seriously. Actually, scratch that. It's him liking it. No, it's liking it that I don't have the issue. But him thinking it's good is my issue. But it's kind of a joke. I don't like this. You're turning me into a parody of myself. What is you doing to me? I took a screenshot of this just in case we'll delete it. He didn't, because he knew I was going to do something like this on it. And it's this entire argument was pretty funny as a whole. In my points to Will, I said Quentin Beck had Shield or Fury done one face scan check of him, they would have gone, Quentin Beck worked on illusion tech for Tony Stark. What? So I pointed that out because that should be from the get-go. You should have figured that out, like that just feels like Tony Stark isn't going to have employees under the radar. This guy's going to be well known, at least somewhat, as a good person in this field. And then his response was something like, wow, Beck is it's a genius guy with a bunch of genius tech guys around him. You think, You think keeping his identity is the most difficult thing, and so my response was simply yes, and then he got real pressed on that. I'll find it. Oh, and then he responded absolutely moronic yet again. Then it's like, oh, come on. Sorry, this guy is the don't think, just consume meme, just encapsulated in a human. Oh my god. Like I have a problem with this guy as a person. I think his takes are all horrible, and I think the way you've used media is pretty bad as well. But also he can keep doing what he's doing, and me and him will never cross paths again if Will doesn't send him one of my takes again. One, I don't think it's about hard. I don't see how people say film's subjective, and it is as to whether you like it or not, but I don't think it is as to whether it's good or not. You could say, but the Quentin Beck Face ID thing, how is that not an issue? Is there any way that's not an issue? Or does that just fly over people's heads? Does that, oh, it's not an issue because it's not an issue because I don't care. That's not an argument. If you think it's good, how about you actually argue instead of making arguments like, oh, it's good in the comics, or he's a genius, so he knows how to deal with it. That's not a fucking argument. It's in the film. It is made clear he is a high-level Stark employee at lowest. He was at least on site for the thing at Civil War. Like, he's clearly allowed to be within a certain range of Tony. There was something there. There was something there that allows him to be that level. He created the bath technology. He created it. So I can hear whatever you're listening, by the way. And it's coming through the microphone. Yes.
How can you hear it?
Because it's quite loud. It's I can't tell you. It's about as loud as you are.
What does it sound like I'm watching?
I heard someone talking about My Hero Academia. It's like a review or something. I don't know.
Yeah, no. Sorry. There was a update video that I was quickly looking at. I didn't think you could hear me.
No, I've been hearing it for a while, but then when I finally made
you could have told me.
Yeah, but but you watch stuff during Off the Mark recordings all the time. I kind of just ignore it.
So whenever I watch stuff, you can always hear me.
Yeah, it proves to the audience how unprofessional you are because you watch stuff during recording. Yeah, I hear it every single time.
But wait. But through the recordings,
yes,
you cannot hear me. So, okay.
No. So I can hear you speak, but I can also hear that in the background every time we record. And
you could have told me, and I would have stopped. Because it's never become enough of an issue, but today it sounds like you're playing a little bit louder than normal, so that it breaks through. Normally I think I assume that it's just like your brother watching something in the room next door or something. So I just sort of go, I'll roll with the punches. But today I realized, okay, that's definitely you. Now I can say something. But like, I'll loop back around. I just, how can you look at that and not say it's an issue? You can not have a problem with it, but then that's up to you. The problem's still there if you don't have a problem with it. Subjectivity is whether you like something or dislike something, whether something bores you or it excites you, whether it makes you sad or it makes you happy, because you have no control over those emotions. Objectivity. Okay. The sun is hot. Snow is white unless it's been peed in or pooped in or vomited in. But those all have their own. I shouldn't have even gone with the snow's white one. That one's. Why did I reference yellow snow, for fuck's sake? No. Me saying every time a drone gets a clear shot of Spider-Man in Far From Home, they do something stupid or they just don't shoot. That's not false. But we did an hour-long episode on it. That's not false. That's objectively true. There's no question. Like they shoot with the sound cannons once, they shoot the fire, I think, and then sometimes the bullets, like they go straight, but they go like a pixel or two, of course, just to make sure they miss him. Like they bend by pixels something, and it's just like that. That you can't deny that. That's not subjective. Whether you choose to let it bother you is, and if it doesn't bother you, good for you. You have fun and liking this film. But I can criticize that for being lazy. I can criticize it for being bullshit plot armor. That these two things can coexist, but saying all films subjective would just be a nonsense. When there's issues, and I think the more Fred, I think you can attest to this. The more I've worked with you, the more you've come around to that opinion, right? Yeah, and it's like it's something that if you just live with that idea, I think people like that just have to know that just because you like something or dislike something doesn't mean it's better or good or bad. Like, something can stink and you can love it, and vice versa. I love a lot of terrible things. I hate a lot of great things. Like all mob films, Godfather, they're probably all great. I don't care. I hate them. It's nothing personal. I just don't like them. Yeah, this is all good fun though. This guy, I hope I'll never talk to him again. Or next time, if I am going to interact with him, hopefully next time he'll make arguments. Because if you don't make arguments, we end up with, as people in the Twitter sphere call it, maxicest. Max is incest. That was a fun tangent halfway through this. So yeah, this has been Off the Mark episode, whichever this one is. I'll figure it out and then we can say goodbye. We had better plans for this. That's why this is. Yeah, this is actually Off the Mark.
Yeah.
Season 2, episode 15, or Off the Mark total episode 40. So woo, we hit 11 subs. We hit 10 and then we hit 11. Like since last we posted.
And I'm still surprised.
Oh no! Wait, what?
Many...
What? No, hold on. We've gained 2 subs since I last checked. We're now at 13 subs.
Sweet.
And we're like 100 watch hours in the last 28 days. Though they're about to disappear because the guests, the fake actors things are slowly slipping back.
That surprised me.
Yeah, they've all broken 100 views now. No, the first one with me is about to hit 200 views.
Woo!
It's 197. And then the second one is 121. And then the third one is 123. Like,
yeah, boy.
If make more, Fred, make more with different people.
I'll have to have a think about what else I can do.
I mean, if you've got more questions,
100.
If you've got more questions, I'll happily do another one just for the views.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I've done I guess the character thing, but I might possibly do the review.
Oh yeah, you can do that.
Because here's the thing. There are probably at least like 6 or 7 separate things that are linked to it that are a full feature length series.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But hey, if it gets the views, I don't care. It's kind of, in football, in sports ball, when a player moves to China to earn 400,000 a week untaxed, it's kind of like that. It's like we're doing it for the views.
Yep.
We're doing it. I don't like it. Look, maybe living in China is not the best thing in the world. We're getting 100 views a video, so I can't really complain, can I? So it's like that they've been steadily growing as well. But yeah, for as long as I'm honest about it, I don't think I'm
a bad human. But yeah, so there'll be more of those, I'm sure, in the future eventually.
Hmm.
Once we get Fred's job situation sorted out, once we can sort of get a consistent schedule again, which probably won't be till late September, October. Because I'm off to uni on the 4th. We'll definitely record an episode on the 3rd. If you're around, obviously. But I'll probably hand that over to you to be edited. But all that's to come. This episode's been a lot of fun. Maybe I think in the future I will find more ways to just shoot the shit like this. Like the places this went. Like we end up talking about Maximoff incest, that kind of. And if this gets 5 likes, I will change my photo on all the thumbnails, not all the thumbnails, in all future thumbnails up until episode 50 to the Wolverine poking through the bushes picture.
Oh, I'm gonna make sure that there are likes on that. Then.
Yeah, okay, just to get out all 5 of your accounts, boom. And done the music.
Okay, is that okay? So is that a bet?
Yeah, and actually I'm gonna plug this on the beginning of the episode, so that people see it and then they just do that. Context for that will come later. Now watch. Also, goodbye. Okay.
See you guys. Bye.
Bye bye.